Hi, my name's Suzina and I'm going to take you through 6 exercises on today's circuit. So there's a lot of leg work in there, there's some core work in there and a bit of arms, especially our bingo rings. Everyone's always worried about working their bingo rings. There's some bingo rings work in there as well. So it's always important we start with making sure we've got a safe space to exercise. Make sure you've got a glass of water to hand in case you need it. And it's important that we start with a warm-up. So let's get started with just a little jog on the spot. So all we're trying to do is raise our heart rate. Now I'm going to give you various versions of these exercises, so you've got an easier version and a harder version. So you can work to your own level. But obviously don't just take the easy option for the sake of it. Do have a go at the harder versions. And if you can manage it for a while and then do a few more on the easier version, then that's great. So let's build up that little jog. And let's add in some arm circles. And the other direction, getting those arms circling. And some arm swings. Open up the chest and the back, loosen up those muscles, then crisscross them, making them nice big movements. And we'll go into some toe touches. Now keep the knees soft, keep the stomach pulled in, and we're reaching for the opposite toe. Just up and across. Then we're going to wake up the back of our leg with some hamstring curls and we're squeezing the biceps. So we're squeezing the back of the leg, squeezing the front of the arms. Now if you want to work harder, do it as a little jog as you go. So you're really kicking your bottom, bringing your heels up before we go into the exercises. So we should be feeling a little bit warmer. Really squeeze the arms, squeeze the back of the legs. If it's starting to get your knees, go back to the lower impact version. So our first exercise on our circuit is lunges. Really good for our thighs and buttocks. So I'll demonstrate our lunge exercise. We're going to do 20, so it will be 10 on each leg. So we step forwards, making sure the knee stays over the ankle. We push the back knee down. You'll notice my heel's right up off the floor. The more advanced version, you'll get down as low as you can. Push off hard. The harder you push back, the more your buttocks will work. So it's step, lower, up and back, and we'll get into a rhythm doing it. So we're going to do 20. The lower you go, the harder it is. And push back nice and hard. So 20 repetitions. Let's go. So step, lower and up. Then with the other leg, so we keep alternating. Number 3, now keep the chest lifted. 4, keep the tummy pulled in. 6, 7, 8, 9, see if you can get a bit lower now, especially as you get warmer. 11, 12, 13, got it nice and low. Keep that good posture. 14, 4 to go. 3 more. 1 more on each leg to go. And up, brilliant. And next one is a squat, but it's a sumo squat. So we have a very wide, very unladylike posture, I'm afraid. And knees and toes are turned out. Knees and toes should always face the same direction. So to make it harder, you go lower into the squat. So we're going to do 12 of these. Keep the chest lifted and we go down and up. As low as you can without the knees hurting. Really feel your thighs working, especially pushing you back up. That's 3, 4, 5. Can you get any lower now? All right, we're halfway through. 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2. And up. Let's step the feet back in. Brilliant. So we've done 2 leg exercises. We'll do an exercise for the triceps. The tricep is the back of the arm, also known as our bingo wings. So we're going to use a chair for this exercise. Make sure you've got a good sturdy chair and it can't slip on the floor. So the easier version of this is to have your feet quite close. So as you go down, there's not as much weight on your arms. So you need a good grip on the chair. Keep the elbows tucked in, don't let them stick out too far, and go low. To make it harder, take them a bit further away. To make it even harder, take them further forward. When you're finished, just sit back up onto the chair. So if you're doing some and it's too hard, gradually bring your feet closer. So don't end up that you can't push yourself back up onto the chair. Walk your feet back in until you can, okay? If the feet are closer, you'll be able to push yourself back up. So let's walk the feet out. Try a couple and then adjust your feet as you need to. So back stays near the chair. 1, we're aiming for 90 degrees at the elbows. 2, 3, now keep looking ahead, keep your neck in alignment. 4, 5, 6, 7, with control. Now bring the feet in further or take them further away. 2 more. And slowly up. Brilliant. Step back in. Excellent. Give the arms a little shake out. Okay, we're going to do another leg exercise now. This is called a curtsy lunge. So we're going to do 20, 10 on each leg like we did with the other lunges. So as we lunge, we actually take the leg across. Be careful not to push this knee beyond the toes. This knee we're trying to go towards the floor. Bring it in, then we swap across and lower. So we're doing 20. The lower you go, the harder it works the legs. So get as low as you can, as long as the knees are not painful. So we'll go for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, can you get lower yet? The legs should be really warm by now. 16, 17, 18, last 2, make them your best ones. Excellent. So that's worked quite big muscles, but we're going to work the calves, which is the lower part of the leg. So now's a chance to get your breath back. So if you need to, hold on to the wall to steady you, and you'll go up and down on your tiptoes, squeezing the calf. So if you want to make it harder, you can go up on one leg at a time and then swap part way through if you want to make it harder. Okay, so we go up on the tiptoes and down, up and down, making sure you're pressing through your big toes, your feet are firmly on the floor. 5, 6, 7. Now swap if you were doing the one-legged version. Nice and high if you can, but control it coming down. Okay, last 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. We're on to our last exercise and we're going to be on the floor for this one. This is our bridge. So you may want a mat if you've got a hard floor. And we're going to do 20 seconds. It's really good for our core. So we'll time the 20 seconds. Then you know I'm not cheating. So legs bent, peel your hips up off of the floor, up as high as you can, so you're in a straight line from the shoulders to the hips to the knees. Really squeeze the buttocks, really pull the tummy in. Take some nice deep breaths. Keep the hips high. As the bottom drops, the core's not working as hard, so we want to keep that up as high as we can. And slowly bring it down. Just peeling it down one vertebrae at a time. Hug the knees in. Stretch out nice and long. Push the heels away. Take the arms over. So it's important we finish with a stretch out. So while we're laying on the floor, let's bend one leg up, but lift the other leg up. Hold it on the back of the leg, pull it in towards you, feel the hamstring stretching. So we never pull on a joint, that's where all our tendons and ligaments are, so we don't want to pull on the joint, we want to hold above or below. If it eases off, bring it in a bit closer, so we've always got some tension through there, always loosening. Then pull the toes down, feel the calf stretching. Then drop that foot across to the opposite knee, reach through the middle of your leg and you hold on to the hamstring or the shin and pull it in to stretch the buttock. So whichever leg you're pulling on, the opposite side is stretching. My stopwatch doesn't want to stop. Perhaps it's trying to tell us we should be doing some more. Then untie yourself, bring the other leg up, bring it in towards you, feel the back of the leg stretching. Our hamstrings get very tight, especially if we've been sitting a lot, the hamstrings get really, really tight. So important to stretch these out daily, but always make sure you're nice and warm first. If it's eased off, pull it in a bit more. Then pull the toes right down, feel the calf stretching out. If your calves get tight, you're more likely to get cramp. Then take that ankle across to the opposite knee, push the knee out, pull it in towards you. If you can't hold the shin, the back of the thigh does the job exactly the same. So remember, whichever leg you're pulling in, the opposite buttock should be getting the stretch. Then ease out of that. Then gently roll on your side, coming up to sitting. We're going to put the soles of the feet together, hold on to the ankles and then press the knees down. So we're stretching our inner thigh muscles. So use the elbows to push down, feel the adductors, the inner thigh. They were working quite hard when we did those sumo squats. And then ease out of that gently. Bring yourself up to your feet. Don't rush up too quick because you may get lightheaded having been on the floor for a while. So coming up, stretching out our quads, the front of the thighs. If you need to, hold on to something for support. Bring your heel out. If you need to, wrap your sweatshirt or towel around, pull it up. Squeeze the buttocks, push the hips forward, feel your thighs stretching out. Really squeeze the glutes and it actually stretches through the front of the hip much more. Then ease it down, swap to the other leg. bring it down. Then we'll finish with stretching the backs of the arms, the triceps, after we did those dips on the chair. So hand on the shoulder, give it a push, and then if you feel you can, reach from above and stretch it that way. So your fingers are going down your spine like so. And then reach up and across, feel your sides stretching out. If you want to, bring the feet closer together. If you want to feel it even more, you can cross that leg over so you feel it even more, especially through the hip. It's a nice loosener. And then come up, bring the feet out. Other arm, take it down your back. Take it from above if you can. If you can't, that can be your goal. If you can't do it already, that's the goal that you build up to doing. Then we reach up. So if you want to, bring the feet closer, or if you want a bigger stretch, take the foot right across so you feel it through the hip a bit more. And come up, get back. Brilliant, great effort. So you've certainly earned a glass of water, and if you do that exercise routine about 4 or 5 times a week, you'll really notice the difference in both the backs of the arms, the legs, and the core strength. Good luck.